Hello, YouTubers. I'm Angela Logan, and this is Everyday Shenanigans. And welcome, new subscribers and viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday, October 23rd, 2019. Warm greetings from the high 10, baby, East Tennessee. Hello. Okay. I'm trying to be in a more upbeat mood due to the revelations of Miss Cupcake, Camille McKinney's body being discovered in a landfill in Birmingham, Alabama. It's a very somber moment, very tragic, devastating moment for many of us who have heard the news, and it is so tragic. And so I'm trying my best to keep my composure because it's just been a long morning for me, and I'm on a wicked sleep schedule right now, and I need to start going to bed early, okay? Because this staying up late and trying to get all this information for different things, and it's not working. I'm a night owl, so that's my problem. But as I said, I'm going to bring you a story deriving out of Sumter, South Carolina. It is a story that transpired back in early part of August. I didn't stay in tune to this story because I'm a news fan, but because I have been teetering with this Roku thing and watching programs on the internet and TV shows and things and apps through the Roku box, I never tuned into the local news. So I have not been keeping up with local news stories for the past several months. And I hate that. And I need to start watching the news. But I get engaged in other things and I forget about the news. So, mind you, I jumped on YouTube as a channel holder in August. So now I'm up to par, up to date, going to try to stay in tune with, breaking stories around the area. And right now, this story is about a young 5-year-old African-American girl child, who was discovered on Monday in a landfill in South Carolina. Her name is Naveah Adams. I discovered her name through YouTube a day or so ago, just from looking at updates on Cupcake, and I found this young lady's name on other people's channels and information about her. So that's how I discovered her name. 5-year-old South Carolina Naveah Adams was found in a landfill on Monday. Naveah and her mother were killed in an apartment in Sumter, South Carolina. DNA was used in by way of identifying her body when the remains were found to link her to the child belonging to the deceased mother. Dante Maurice Johnson, 28, is in custody for the murder of the mother, and now actually, I'm sure he will be brought up on charges for the death of Naveah Adams 5 as well. Cherie Bradley, 29, was found dead in her apartment, and her child was missing. Once the child was deemed missing on August 5th, authorities were called and they went looking for a suspect. Now, mind you, he has been deemed an acquaintance of Miss Bradley. There is no specification that they were dating or seeing each other or any type of romantic. I have not seen any other articles stating that, but he has been deemed an acquaintance of Miss Bradley. Okay, so this is how they knew of each other. Now, Johnson is also was a suspect in a killing out in Missouri, but no details were given at that time. So, August 5th, the mother was found dead by someone in her Lantana apartments, stabbed to death multiple times, and they also believe that the child was deceased by the same means. Okay. He was soon arrested thereafter, running from the scene, and was found a block down from the apartment complex and was arrested. Once he got into custody, he told the police that he threw the young girl's body into a dumpster. Now, mind you, that was August 5th. It is now the 23rd of October. Her body was just found 2 days ago, which would have been the 21st of this month. So she laid in a dumpster for what? 2.5 months. So mind you, they went through tons and tons of garbage once he had let them know that that's where he had disposed of her body. And South Carolina, we have to give them credit. They were diligent, and they finally found her 2.5 months later, which is a very long time. And fortunate for the Camille McKinney case, Cupcake, they found her early on because she had only been missing now, what, a month, 1 week, not quite a week and a half. So kudos to South Carolina for finding this young lady like they did with the diligent helpers and volunteers who helped. So grateful to you all for helping out in this case. Okay, so he was found a block away, rested, gave the information that he disposed of the child. Now, mind you, Mr. Johnson has a 10-year criminal history dating, stemming out of Missouri and North Carolina. No Amber Alert was issued, and a notification was given to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, but due to this particular case, they felt like it did not meet the federal guidelines for issuance of an Amber Alert. Now, many of you might be wondering, like, why was it not? Why was there not a Amber Alert? Maybe because, and they didn't specify in this article that I read, but maybe because they have a guideline, and it has to be information that was seen, such as a car, identification of a car, a person, is the child person deemed in danger at the time. So they have a guideline that they follow, and I think perhaps why an Amber Alert was not issued was because they caught the suspect right after the murder of the mother, and he confessed to murdering her and her child and disposing of the body in a dumpster. So maybe that's why they did not issue an Amber Alert, because he confessed shortly after killing the mother and saying that he disposed of the child's body. I'm just assuming that. But anyway, this is a very tragic story of a Naveah Adams, 5-year-old, that was just discovered in a landfill on Monday, 2 days ago, and grateful that these people found her, but tragic for the family, friends, and it just goes to show you how terrible the world is. Monday, this South Carolina child is found in a dumpster in South Carolina. Then the next day, we hear about Cupcake's remains being found in a dumpster in a landfill in Birmingham, Alabama. So it shows you how sick the world is, that now these two cases are not the same. The situation with Naveah, her mother was linked to being an acquaintance of this gentleman, of this person. It's not a gentleman, excuse me, this male. I don't know what the relationship was. I don't know what transpired that day in the apartment. No information has been given, but it's just tragic nonetheless that he killed the mother there, killed the child there, then disposed of the child's body, which to me is very weird on that note. Because think about, you'll leave the mother's body to be found by someone, but you go hide the child's body. Why would you hide the child's body? See, that's very odd. Because at first I didn't dwell on that when I was reading the story and, taking my notes to make this video. But now when I sit here and think about it, you left the mother's body to be found, but you hid the child's body. What's the difference? I mean, the mother's dead. They knew she had a child, a small child. She also has an older son. I don't know where he was at the time, of this murder when it transpired in the apartment. Thank God he was not there. Let's put that on paper. God is good. Even in the worst of circumstances, another child was spared. But mercy, why did he hide that child's body? Why did he dump that child in a dumpster? This just shows you, although this case is not similar to Cupcake's case of these two kidnapping her, and then it was hoopla about the parents maybe having involvement, It just goes to show you still how sick people are, how wayward people are, that they have no regard for you as a person. They have no regard for children. And I say this to people all the time. I have to check myself as well. You have to be very careful of the company you keep. Because people get missing for various reasons. Okay? And we're seeing that now. You have your creeps that are out hunting and lurking at night, looking for a woman or child to kidnap for, sexual gratifications or whatever sick deviance they have. You have children go missing for custodial reasons. You have people going missing for insurance scams. You have maybe dates that go wrong, or it was an issue of the person didn't want to be with the person anymore. As far as adults going missing, a woman going missing, maybe she was dating someone or was married, things didn't work out in a relationship. Now they want to knock them off. People are sick out here. So you need to be very careful the company you keep. Keep a mindful watch of your children. If you start hearing things that are negative about people that you're surrounding yourself in around your children, maybe those are people you shouldn't be around, and definitely not leave your children with them. Yes, I'm keeping it 100. Because like I said, it is time for us as people to stop sugarcoating things and pushing things under the rugs. Just when the tragedy unfolds and you find dead bodies, then you want to try to sugarcoat what actually happened and led up to that event. People are sick out here. They don't care anything about life. They don't care about their own life. So what do they care about you or your child? Terrible story out of South Carolina. Terrible story deriving out of Birmingham, Alabama. 2 young children found one day apart from each other in landfills. I don't know what's going on, but lately I see a trend with people killing their babies, leaving them in cars. As you see, I've uploaded a video about that, of a case here in the Knoxville area of a black lady leaving her child, 6-month-old boy, in a car, claiming to have forgotten him. This world is sick. The people are sick. And now some of you who love to defend people, you can stop now saying, that's my friend, that's my brother, my sister. I know them. I grew up with them. I went to school with them. I know how they think. Let me say this to you, because some of you act like you're stupid as hell. A person at 10 or 12 is not the same person at 18. A person at 18 is not the same when they're 30. 30 ain't the same as when you're 50. Do you understand? You cannot speak on somebody you went to grammar school with. They're not the same. A grammar school versus 18, that's 2 different people. People change. People acquire new habits, new way of thinking, new ideas, new momentums. So you all have got to get out of this notion of, I know him, I know her, they would never do this. But like I have told some stupid person on my page earlier, on my, channel, about the man who left the child in the car, the 2 twins down in Oxford, Alabama. She jumps on telling me she knows him. I've been knowing him 20 years, blah, blah, blah. Heifer, I don't care how long you knew him, know him. Like we say, well, if you knew him and he was of good standing and good character, he wouldn't have forgotten his twins in the back seat of the car. And obviously let them sit there for hours, because it is proven. In my eye, he knew that they were back there because he got the call from the wife, who inquired where they were, because the daycare had called her earlier that day. And then you didn't find the kids till noon, but yet your wife called you early in the morning. Do you see where I'm going with this? Shenanigans and buffoonery these people think was stupid out here. Now, naturally, Oxford, Alabama Police Department gave him a free pass to walk. Naturally, the DA can bring up charges whenever they see fit. But so far, he has not been indicted. And I think that's foul and it's wrong. It's irresponsible. So you see, the world is chaotic. The world is crooked. And it starts all the way from our government to the state government, local government, to its civilians. People do heinous stuff. They like to walk around and act like they ain't done nothing. I'm using improper English. Yes, I am. Then the police, if they're not qualified in the area of investigating homicides and disappearances, they can drop the ball as well. Then you got to take it up. Now it's the DA's job to go off of what the police have found out about the case and the information. So the DA can just as well drop the ball. Now we talk about the judge giving these crazy people bonds. Okay? Letting them go free on bond after they have been indicted on a heinous crime. Ask yourself, why would you give a killer, someone who's been accused of murdering another human being, a bond? Okay? suspicious circumstances, and you would give them a bond. Why? I don't care what the bond is, 200,000, 500,000. The point is, if the fool came up with the money, now they're free. And I don't think nobody who has killed a human, and I mean, if the police department and the DA feel like they've got a strong case against this person or persons, there's no way a bond should ever be on the table. It shouldn't even be an option. I'm going to check out of here because I am exhausted with these terrible stories. Of course, it's my choice to bring them to you, but the public needs to know. A lot of people need to, be able to have a venue where they can air their opinions, their grievances, whatever. I have given mine. I give mine. I am a human. Okay? Anything I say on this channel is my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree. Matter of fact, you don't even have to tune in. I will not be offended. And I don't really care for anybody jumping on, trying to argue with me about anything I've said in my videos. Like I said, anything I talk about, I get from the news outlets, social media, whatever I can derive the story and bring to you to show you what is going on and what is being said. Because it wouldn't be right nor fair to give you a half-baked story and not tell you, well, over here in this corner, this is being said. That's not right for me to just give you bits and pieces of a case and not tell you other avenues that are also involved. Then that's not really telling you everything. And naturally, I'm going to miss some things, okay? I don't have eyes in the back of my head. I can't stay up all day and night scrolling and trying to get information on a said event, case, or whatever. But I can do my best to try to bring you what I see and what I find. It is up to you to come to your own conclusion about a said story, such as I come to my own conclusions. Thanks for watching, listening, sharing. Thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Now, I don't want to talk about no more mayhem for a while. I need to find something very funny to watch on TV because all this is maddening to me. It has drained my spirit. It has caused me to have headaches. And like I said, I didn't know if it was my sinuses or what, but honey, I need a break. Yes, I do. And I think America needs a break because this has been a bad week, obviously. 2 southern states, 2 deceased children found in same capacity in landfills. It's just a bad week. So I pray that you all have a blessed week, prosperous week. And like I said, be mindful of your children, our children in the community. And don't be afraid to speak up. Yeah, I think I need to say that. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't worry about what other people are going to say, because at night, you the one got to sleep with you. You the one got to carry the burden around of what you know, what you heard. Remember that. These other folks, they don't do anything for you. They don't feed you. They don't clothe you. So don't worry about what other people are thinking and saying. If you know something about anything that's wrong and foul, speak up. You'll sleep better at night. If you have a heart. If you have a heart. Talk to you guys later. Bye.